So if you want to talk about being shaken to your core, being an XRP, just look at the past. Here we are in June. From June, Bitcoin was up 500%. Altcoins were up 100%. And XRP, nothing. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today I wanted to take a look back in history and see what the market was really like being right here before XRP went on its monstrous rampage. Now, I know there's a lot of people who have been in this market since then, and a lot of people who have been in since down here, but I know there's an overwhelming amount of people who got in here. So I thought it would be a really good idea to kind of just remind people what it was like being in here so they can have an understanding of, the way you're feeling right now, if you're starting to like just lose faith or you're just feeling beaten down, to know that it's nothing new, especially not with XRP. And XRP notoriously will beat you down mentally, but then it will reward you higher than any other coin out there or any other type of crypto or digital asset. So I wanted to just kind of show this area right here. And it's right in here. And we just so happen to be in the exact same spot as we used to. And the emotions and the FUD and the negative sentiment and the lack of patience were all happening here as well. Now, I think that the most challenging thing that traders or investors had to deal with was that their patience was being tested to the absolute limits. And it's interesting this time around because the patience is being tested in regards to it's been a 2-year bear market, and that's a long time. This moment in time right here was like 7 to 8 months, but the patience was being tested in a totally different way because the rest of the market was taking off. Bitcoin was flying, altcoins were flying, Ethereum and Litecoin were all just going for the moon, and XRP was not. So as we approach this 2-year mark of this bear market, I thought it would just be such a valuable thing to show you guys what it was like to be there in that exact moment and tell you what was going on in the sentiment in the community. So that way, when these things potentially happen again, and we've already seen some of them occur, and if they happen again, that you can remain strong through them. One of the most common things that we saw was that people were just saying, you know what, XRP is going nowhere. I'm getting out. I'm jumping into whatever was mooning at the time. And we see that a lot right now, right? We see a lot of people who are in the XRP community leave, or they're still in it, but they're promoting a lot of different coins, right? Like Chainlink or VeChain or BitTrue or Casino Coin. There's all these different things that people are promoting because they're just bored. They've run out of patience. And that is not new. That is very, very normal for what we've seen in the past. So, hey, I wanted to show you guys exactly what it was like to be in that moment in the past. And then that way, if it ever happens again, you'll know what to do. And that's just sit tight and wait for your turn. So let's head on over to the CoinTrader page so we can look at a bunch of charts together and take a look at this. Okay. Now, I know I've got a lot of stuff going on over here on the sides, but let's just ignore all of that stuff for right now and just look at what we see on this picture. So right here, this is Bitcoin. Okay. And let's put it right there. And this is December the 7th of 2017. And Bitcoin obviously was rampaging and was at $17,738. Now, right here, this is a key moment in time, right here in May and June of 2017, because this is when Bitcoin ran up and it went to about $3,000 and then corrected. This moment in time right here is where the altcoin rally occurred. This is where altcoins went on their complete bullish super rampages that were just like bigger than the end of the year rampage. And this is where they started correcting, was from right here. So from this moment right here, Bitcoin had gone up about 500%. Then we go ahead and we look at things like, let's go to Litecoin. Let's overlay the Litecoin on top of all of it. And you can see this exact moment in time is around right here. Okay. So Litecoin had gone from $50 all the way up to about $100. So you had a 100% return in investment on Litecoin from this moment in time. And technically, if you want to call it from right here, it'd be about a 200% return on investment from this June top right here. Let's get rid of Litecoin. Let's head on over to Ethereum. So this is a really good example of it on Ethereum. So Ethereum had this top right here in this June spot, and then it just started correcting and consolidating. And then it had broken out and was starting to go. So we had cleared this top, we were back testing it, and then it just kept going. And this is when Ethereum was up around $450 to $500. So it broke this June high, started going. Now, so we see that Litecoin was up, we see that Ethereum was up, and Bitcoin are all rampaging at this time, going parabolic. And what was XRP doing? Nothing. XRP was at 22 cents after its May high of 41 cents. XRP was still down 50% from its high. So if you weren't here during that time, I want you to kind of just play through your mind what that would feel like in this bull run that we're in, or this bear market that we're in right now. You've been holding for so long, and then you know you're right, you know you're in the right investment, and then every single other asset is taking off, and you're all in XRP, and you're still down 50%. Now, that is how you get shaken to your core on whether or not what you've done is right. Because this was not just Ethereum or Litecoin or Bitcoin. Let's turn all of these off. This was the whole altcoin market. So here's the altcoins. Here's the June high. And let's put XRP back on. This is the altcoins. And look where they are. All of them are so much higher than what the June highs were, and you're looking at your investment saying, "Oh my, we're so down." Let's head back over to the XRP chart and let's play that through and see what that really felt like, and we can do that. So here we are, back before we go rampaging. Now, you have no idea this is coming. You have to remember that you have no clue that this is coming next. And we'll come back here and we'll hit replay and we'll start it here. All right. Well, let's hit some play. Turn the speed up a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get in this. This is great. I believe in XRP. It's the best thing ever. And I just know it's going to do great. But, oh, man, this is not good. It's just looking so bad. Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, my. We're going all the way back down to the lows again. Oh, it's going to break. It's coming down here for sure. I know it's coming down here for sure. What have I done? Oh, no. Oh, no, it's coming back. FOMO, FOMO. Let me buy back more. Let me buy back more. Yeah. Oh, I've just lost 50% again. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, we're gonna do it. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. And let's stop right there. Okay. I know that was me acting like a wild guy, whatever. So here we are. We break down and we come down about 70%. And then we pop back up one time in like super killer fashion, like, okay, that's amazing. And then we fall back down all the way to the bottom. We come all the way back up, hope and optimism, fall all the way back down, come up one more time, and we just could not clear this level. So here's what you have to imagine in this time frame, right there. We couldn't clear this level. We tried 3 times. We slammed into it once really hard, went into it a second time, went into it a third time. And this is the big moment. This is where things were bad. This right here is called a bearish engulfing candle. So you have a bullish candle, a huge bullish candle that starts at the bottom, closes at the top. That's as bullish as it gets. And then it gets completely wiped off the face of the earth with a bearish engulfing candle, which opens at the top, closes below the bottom of the previous candle. That's extremely bearish. Then it not only that, it broke down further. Now, mind you, look at what today's date is on the chart. This is December 7th, right here. December 7th. At this point, Bitcoin has already hit $17,700. Ethereum has broken out into new all-time highs of $500. Litecoin has touched $100. And yet, here is XRP on December 7th, still down 50% from its all-time high. Now, I didn't make this video to scare you into thinking, well, wait a minute, XRP has a tendency to be the last one to run. Yeah, I know you can draw that conclusion from it, and it does look like it does delay by a couple of days after everything else. But you have to look at the way it moves. If you're going to take the gamble that you want to do some type of trading and flipping, like you pretty much have to bet on some other random altcoins that are going to outperform XRP before XRP explodes. You can look at every bullish move on XRP. It is not a where it just gives you enough warning to get in and then it goes. It just goes. It explodes. So I don't see. I've played with that idea. I said, hey, you know what? Can I just sit in something else? Once that thing takes off, I'll just sell it all and then finally I'll move into XRP. And no matter how I do it and think about it of what I would be in to make that kind of trade, the risk associated with something like that just doesn't work. Because in the end, my goal is to be back in XRP. But is it just me being greedy, trying to get more and trying to play trading games of can I get more? And in the end, it's just I don't see how it's worth it. So the moral of the story, guys, is that in the end, it's not the price level that's really kind of shaking people out or really getting you down in the dumps. It's just that your patience might be tested. And I know my patience has been tested a lot in the past too, and we've seen that before. So just remember that there could be more times in the future where your patience gets tested, and there could be other shiny objects, there are other coins that are going to try to steal you away. And that's your choice, right? I'm not a financial advisor. You make your own decision. But just remember that we have seen that before. And in the end, XRP won. It was still, what is it? The tortoise and the hare, the rabbit versus the turtle, and then the turtle ends up winning, right? So just keep all of that in mind. And I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this up. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I've got my Twitter right here if you want to follow me on Twitter at BCBacker. As always, this is not investment advice. I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.